Oops.
He said, Red said, he said, Red said.
Welcome to He Said, Red Said, where Red is Vicki Fitch, serial entrepreneur, direct sales expert, business coach, and provider of Fitch slabs. It's also where Red is always right. To introduce this week's He, here's Vicki Fitch.
He said, Red said, he said, Red said.
Everybody, Vicki Fitch here, your direct sales expert, coming to you live from sunny Southern California. I really appreciate you guys being here. We had a little technical difficulty, and apparently we were broadcasting over on He Said, Red Said, which, kind of makes sense, but we've always done them here. So I appreciate your patience in us getting a little late start here. So I am going to reintroduce my guest, Mr. Alex Kahn, and tell you a little bit about him. Those of you guys that have downloaded this on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you have, we are so excited that you guys are here. Thank you so much. And definitely watch episode 660 on Vicki Fitch Live, or apparently on He Said, Red Said. It'll also be on YouTube as well. So let me tell you a little bit of Alex. He is the CEO and founder of Attractive Media as a social and digital marketing agency in Germany. He started Periscope on day one. He accumulated over 400,000 followers in less than a year. And right now, I have to tell you, the guy has, 58 million hearts, 232,000 followers just on Periscope alone, and has really rocked it in the industry and created an entire course. He's an entire academy. I don't know what he's exactly calling it, but he has an entire business that's based on this. So I'm really excited to introduce Mr. Alex Kahn. So Alex, I know that bottom screen isn't working quite right, but I'm sure Randall's going to put you on with me in just a second. So, Alex, welcome to the broadcast. I really appreciate you being here.
Well, Vicki, first of all, thanks for having me. And second, I'm excited.
Oh, thank you. And I'm excited. And you are live. So Alex, everybody can see you. And although your head's a little bit off, so we need to shift your head over, not back, but over a little bit to your, away from
the right or to the left.
Well, I have to see it. I think it's to your left. I think it's away from your microphone. I think it's right there. Let's see. I think it's right there. There you go. You're centered. Perfect. So, okay. Well, yeah, I think. Anyway, so as we're talking about this, Alex, there is so many cool things. You originally started a modeling agency. You turned it into a digital media because you understand how to, meet the needs of your clients. So Periscope, you got involved in how? You were sharing with a minute ago. Could you share that again about how you got into Periscope on day one?
So when Periscope came out, a friend of mine sent me an email that Periscope has actually got acquired by Twitter for $100 million. And so I was pretty excited about what a $100 million app can do. I downloaded it, and I stick with it because for me, this was like, TV 2.0, right? You could engage, you could ask questions, you could answer it, you can make a tour, you can do so many stuff and engage with your audience in a totally new level, which I've never experienced before.
Well, and you have, you're originally from Germany, but how many languages do you speak? Obviously, you speak the two. Do you speak some additional languages? I thought I heard.
A little bit French and a little bit Iranian.
Okay. So just, he's just multi-talented. Definitely want to see episode 60 because Alex, we put him through the mill. He is out here in California right now because we just came back from social media marketing world, and it's getting darker and darker, and he's got this light that we're wondering if it's going to hold up, and he might look like a Cheshire cat at any time. So you definitely don't want to miss coming over to see the live part. I see Francine is here, Ciro, Stacy from GoDaddy. What's up, girlfriend? So good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. And Alex just popped into the box too as well, so you guys will be able to see him and you can share it out. So Alex, you're basically a trendsetter. I mean, honestly, you are the number one social media person in Germany, and you're kind of been setting trends. Is that true?
Well, I hope so. At least I'm trying. But it's a double-edged sword. I saw it when I was in social media marketing world last week, it's cool to be like the only one from Germany. And on the other hand, it's a little bit embarrassing because we are a huge country and nobody seems to be interested in future trends in the social media field. I mean, if you think about it, in the whole continent, Europe, right, we have not a single social network at scale. That's crazy. China has their own, Russia has their own, America has everything else, and we don't have none. Right? We totally missed that, or we skipped it. I don't know what we're thinking. So, yeah, that's what.
Well, maybe you should start one. I mean, like really, like
probably not. I think, yeah. You know, when I think back, like 10 years ago, I started my first social network as well. It was called Attractive People. It was going very well until Facebook came to Germany and almost put me out of business. So I learned from that, and I don't want to do it again. Facebook is the number one platform, and I'm not trying to compete with Facebook.
Right.
I'm gonna join that network.
Well, and that's the thing is that not only have you joined, but you have become a catalyst in people building up opportunities, building up the platform. You know, you train and teach. And do you scope? How many times a day do you scope?
I slowed it down. The first year I scoped like once to twice a day. But now I'm scoping like once to twice a week.
Okay. All right. So you're depriving your fans of the Alex Kahn, we-conisms.
Well, yes and no. I mean, there are so many platforms right now. I use Instagram stories a couple of times a day. There is like Facebook Messenger stories. We have Snapchat. We have Facebook, right? We have so many different opportunities. So if people follow me on many platforms, there will be every day a nice doses of Alex Kahn.
Well, JS just said there's too much prettiness on my screen. So I'm going to take that as a compliment for sure. Thanks, JS. But Alex, that's something, it is He Said, Red Said. So I do have to tease you a little because it's just part of the shtick. So don't take it personally. Just know that's my thing. So you have been called a pretty boy. A lot of people say he's just so pretty. He's so pretty. So what do you say when people say you're pretty?
Well, I'm not trying to discuss with them about this. I just enjoy it and say like, okay, there are worse things to be called, right, than pretty. So I'm fine with that,
Don't you love that? Isn't that cute? I see Zeph Zan in the house. Marsha's here. Francina, Glenda, Steven is in the house. A lot of people. So Melanie's here. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you guys for doing me a favor. If you would click that share button, we'd really appreciate it. We definitely had some tech difficulties, and I'm so glad that you guys stuck around and got in. We were actually live on another page. We were live on the He Said, Red Said page. So we do appreciate you being here and sharing it. And Glenda says, because you're half Persian that you're so pretty. And Zeph says, glad to see you here, Alex. And Francina says you're gorgeous on the inside. So, you got some definitely super fans here. G, and let's see, he's not just style, but he's 1,000% substance. He is handsome inside and out. Q, the brand in the house. What's up, girl? Michael's here. You guys, again, thank you for being here, and thanks for hitting that share button. We appreciate it. Okay, so really quick, we're going to pop up the Fitch slap graphic because a lot of you people have been asking me, what does that mean? And at Social Media Marketing World, I'm going to tell a little story about what happened too. That the Fitch slap, you guys, just so you know, I don't swear. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't swear. I'm a pretty good girl. The Fitch slap is a public service, okay? It only comes out when necessary. It's always done in love, and it's used to redirect the course of someone who's gone astray. So again, if the guest doesn't do any of those things, they don't have to get Fitch slapped. We're just to make it clear. So Alex has already told me if that's the only rule, it's easy. He's in. There's no problem. So that's what a Fitch slap is. It is not something that's detrimental, and it's actually not something physical unless we're in person. And then, Alex could have got one, although I had to reach. I mean, you're 6'5", Alex. How tall are you?
6'5".
Yeah. And I'm 6 foot. So 5 inches higher than me. That's a reach, right?
Yeah. That's like a hook, right?
Right.
It's more like an uppercut than a slap.
Right. Right. I have to do my, I love that. And Wagner is here. Hey, Wagner, welcome, sweetheart. So good to see you. Okay. So, we're talking about you being a trendsetter. We're talking about you being a pretty boy. We're talking about, how things went at Social Media Marketing World. But I want to know, so Alex, how many marriage proposals have you gotten? Because I know I get them every day, so I know you're getting them.
Well, anything which is distracting from my streams, I kind of not seeing it, right? I have this weird reality distortion field. I only see like valuable questions. And I'm only, for some reason, it's the weirdest thing, right? I'm only answering to them. But once in a while, this might happen. But I have a very nice audience, so yeah.
Okay. Well, so there you go. Alex has a very nice audience, and he's very, and he has we found out Alex Khan's superpower, that it is ignoring all comments that are not relevant to his specific stream. So kudos to you, Alex, because I actually go through Troll Patrol and talk to them and, goof around with them because it's just my thing. And I say, well, this was number 68. That was my 68th proposal, but at 150, I'm taking it. I'm going to divorce my husband. I'm going for whoever it is at 150. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a joke, Alex. That's right.
Honestly, you have a totally different way of dating than we have in Europe. That's true.
Well, I've been married.
That actually wasn't a joke.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us about the dating practices that are different in Germany versus in
So I lived in Los Angeles 2 years, and I can only tell about how I experienced it in Los Angeles, and I can tell you versus how it is in Europe. So how I learned it, like in the US, you are dating, and usually you're multiple dating, like a lot of people, until usually the guy approaches the girl and asks, are we serious? Means like, are we exclusive? And if the girl says yes, you are in a relationship. So that's the US way or the LA way of doing it. Versus in Europe, you're kind of together when you start making out, start to date. And if you would come to a European woman and say like, well, listen, are we serious after like making out for 6 months? You would probably get how you would call the Fitch slap.
I know they're wanting to know why you're in the dark, Alex. Alex is strictly using, and so this is a perfect intro to, and let me, there you go. See, we were going to say he was like he was about to rob someone, but that probably wouldn't have gone over quite as well. But, because, you're starting to look a little bit like a hoodlum. Right. But okay. So anyway, so a European woman would Fitch slap a man that asked if they were serious after they'd been together. So if you engage in a relationship, or like you're making out with a woman 1 night, 2 nights, does she consider you guys exclusive unless you tell her you're not? Or is that like if you start kissing her, are you guys together until you break up?
Well, it's not like that easy. Of course, it's more transparent in the US, I guess, because you have that sentence. We don't have that. You just believe in it, I guess, after a couple of dates, after you making out, after you came closer, that you are together, especially when you like going in public and you meet the friends, you might meet the parents and so on. So, but we don't have that conversation.
Right.
We don't talk about this. Are we in a relationship or not? Just think you are.
So they want to know if they're talking, Francine is talking about the Khan Masterclass is here to support King Alex Khan, but I'm just wondering if there should be a new Khan Masterclass that talks about dating. So if we want to date Europeans, like the way we do it, because, Europeans have like a little bit more of a reputation of being players, like here in the States, when we think of, well, okay, the French especially, the French have I happen to be French, so I'm allowed to say that. I'm French and Italian. But the French have definitely a bad rep. But Europeans in general have a reputation of being a little bit of players.
Really?
They do.
Huh, that's new to me, because I heard or I experienced exactly the other way around. So that actually... American women prefer Europeans because they don't act like this way of dating I described before. So that's really new to me. So
you guys, hey Becky, welcome to the broadcast, and Wagner's here, Glenda. Okay, so let's talk to the audience. Let's ask. So tell me in the audience, what do you guys think? Do you think European men have a reputation for being players or for being straight shooters, like being loyal, straight, shooting to the bone? Put a 1 in the chat box if you think they're loyal and committed, and 2 in the chat box if you think that they are players. Okay, and then we'll see who's whose info is like more rounded here in the community. And while we're doing that, we were talking about a minute ago about the ring light that you were using. So this is a great time for us to just pop up our sponsor that, our sponsor, we have Archon Mounts is one of our sponsors here on the show, and they have some amazing stuff. And if you guys want some gear, I use this gear. I think Alex uses this gear. It's amazing. You can go to archon.com, and if you use the code FitchSlap, you get 20% off. So remember, arkon.com, use the code FitchSlap for 20% off. So let's see, you're married to a Persian man. Okay, so anyway, thank you for putting that up, Randall. And you guys don't forget that, because Archon gear is absolutely the best, and they have that new ring light that's there too. So we got a lot of ones, and we got two. So we look like we're about balanced. Hey, Lori, welcome to the broadcast. So Glenda says she's been married to a Persian man for 38 years, so she doesn't know. she's lost her perspective. So what do you think about American women? Like, do you think that, and not just LA exclusively, because LA can get a bad rap. There are a lot of people that.
I think Los Angeles has the problem that there are a lot of beautiful women, but not a lot of beautiful men. So that's why there's a little bit more a demand offer issue. Mm-hmm. I'm not experienced with American women, to truth be told, because the time I lived in the United States, I was scoping every night. It's really the truth.
And didn't date.
I was going live literally every evening. And besides that, I was flying around a lot. So I changed time zone. I changed continent every month, because I built a global business, and we had 3 offices. So one was in Malaysia, one is in Malaysia, one is in Germany, one is in Los Angeles. So I was traveling a lot.
Gotcha. All right. So what we'll do, if you come back and if you're ever living here, we're going to try and line you up with some authentic American women that are.
No.
Okay. No, don't turn that off, Alex. You look like a burglar. That looks better. I know you might see a slightly yellow hue, but when you turn it off, it's a completely black hue. So also we're seeing.
Weird. It's really weird. It looked so good for when we tried it, right? And now it's losing.
It got so dark.
Okay.
I think because it got so dark. But remember, your Archon light has a dial. Remember?
I know. I played with it, but anyway, it's really not that light.
Okay, so as we're going through here, and we talked about Archon, so let's talk about, live streaming. Like I said, on Periscope, you have 232,000 followers, or at least as of today, I think, and 58 million hearts, which really just ticks the rest of us off. We've started a committee about that Alex Khan should not have that many followers, and we're trying to work through it. Did you even hear what I said, Alex?
Yeah, I heard what you said. I just didn't hear the question.
It was a joke. You're supposed to laugh. So just chuckle and pretend you understood. All right. So, Alex, you have some tips. Some people wanted to find out, what are your tips for building your audience besides being pretty? Because that's Patrick says, all right, no pretty men in LA, right? So we want to know, what are your tips? What tips would you give somebody who's starting live streaming right now and trying to build an audience?
Well, there's a lot you can do. I mean, the first thing is thinking about why you want to do it, right? Understand your reason. What do you want to get out of it? And secondly, probably to understand what is the topic, who's your audience, what is the right platform, what are the people interested in. Take a look at other people, how they do it. So to learn from it, maybe record yourself first of all to get more confident, learn how to introduce yourself, learn how to keep attention to yourself, how to engage properly, how to gain shares. I mean, there's really, we could fill a whole hour about tips and tricks about Periscope, but I guess the most important is to find your voice and stick with it.
Find your voice and stick with it. Is that what you said? Yeah. So be authentic. Find out who you are. Stop trying to, tail around and try and find somebody else to emulate. Like, don't go grow yourself a little beard, grow your hair out like that, and try and pretend you're Alex Khan. Try and be yourself, right? Find the people that respect you, that understand who you are, and totally rock on that. JS says your beauty is beyond definition. What are you guys talking about? They got all kinds of weird stuff going on in the chat, but And Maggie says you look great. There's, I think she likes you in the dark too. I'm pretty sure it was the smile that she's talking about. Anyway, you guys are hilarious. So, we had a late start, and Alex actually has some plans. So we're going to have to make this a shorter interview. Aaron, welcome to the broadcast. We're going to have to make it a little bit shorter interview. But Alex, we want to know, either you get to pick one of these random topics, like either you get to tell us your most embarrassing moment, whether it's on live stream or off, or you can give us some true confession about something that, that people can hold against you for the rest of your life.
well, probably one of the weirdest situation was the first second of Periscope. It's really true, because for those people who haven't started on day one, Periscope took the first frame as a thumbnail, and everyone could see that first frame. And I was like this and starting my stream, and it was basically just my trouser, and I was going for that live video. Not knowing what Periscope is, not knowing, how this works. And then when I finished my live video, I wanted to rewind it. I said, like, what's that? So like that everyone would tune in later on saw my trousers. So I'm happy that I wore trousers, right? A totally different direction and a totally different story of myself, probably, and probably a short Periscope experience.
Oh my gosh.
But that was probably one of my most. I mean, there are tons of embarrassing moments I experienced, but that's one I kept in my mind.
Well, I think that probably actually, and people are laughing hysterically with emojis over here on the live stream. But I think that's one of the things that makes you really connect with your audience, is that you're legit, and that, here you are sharing that. It's like, okay, well, that's just the way it goes. And you're not taking yourself so seriously that was offensive. You're like, oh yeah, that was, back in the day, we can hear you typing, that back in the day that you were, that you were just like everybody else, that you just, you do what you do, and that we want people to actually build. Let's see. You started the first 360 video is what Becky's talking about. And let's see, how powerful can I, Alex from Germany with Vicki. Oh yes, John, it was cool. Like I said, again, seeing him at Social Media Marketing World. But talking about that, so the 360, you've been doing 360 broadcasts, Alex? I think I saw one on Saturday that you were at the beach.
Yeah, true. And I'm very happy about it because I think Cameron Conaway wrote an article at Huffington Post about it today. And so it was featured in Huffington Post again, which I actually admire because as a German, for me, it's very, very special to be featured in an US outlet, right? I mean, everything is kind of fascinating to me. It's when I come back to Germany, it's funny. The first time I came to the US after starting Periscope was at the first Periscope Summit in New York. So it was also the first time I heard a Periscope notification, because in Germany we didn't use it. We haven't used it that back at that time. What? That
sound, the notification that makes that sound?
Yeah, that made that sound. Then at the conference, someone approached me and said, like, can I take a picture with you? And I thought he was actually making fun. Right? I didn't think that this is serious, right? So I told my friends, and actually like a couple of people throughout that day wanted to make pictures, wanted to make selfies. And I told my friends about it in Germany, and they didn't believe it. They said, like, no, you're just making that up. No, why someone wants to make a picture with you? I mean, you're not a celebrity, you're not a star, nothing at all like that. So it's funny. When I come back to Germany and I tell my stories in the US, it feels like a different world all the time. It's not real, kind of still.
Well, so the fact is, have you embraced, now that you do have a somewhat celebrity status in a social media space or in a live streaming space? I mean, obviously, we're never a prophet in our own hometown, but have you kind of embraced the fact that across the globe that you have, with that's a substantial, obviously it's not 20 million followers like Guy Kawasaki, but it's a large base of people that are interested in what you do and what you say.
Not at all. I mean, I'm still fascinated by the fact that there are people who want to take selfies with me, and they really mean it serious and really means something to them to take that selfie. Right. So I didn't grow up like this, and although I was modeling like 20 years ago, and I'm used to equal, and that's why it's still weird because I just do what I love, right? And I'm happy that many people like it. But that's it, that's the recipe. I mean, one of my favorite quotes is, your success in social media is a direct reflection on how much you care about people. And that's what I truly believe. And I think the more you care, the more you gain. But it's not like that you should put the gaining in front. It just happens in the process, right?
Absolutely. Well, and Alex, because I know that you, like I said, that you do have to leave pretty soon. So tell us how people mostly can connect with you. We are going to put a card up that has your website and stuff on it, but you have an opportunity for them to join your masterclass. So why don't we talk a little bit about that so they know if they're interested in upping their live streaming game, if they really want to participate, I think they can, it's not something they can join automatically. They have to apply, I believe, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. It's not open right now, but the application is open throughout the year. And every time I open it, I take a look at the application. So I'm really, it's a kind of side hustle. It's not where I make my money. This masterclass, I'm making it with clients like Red Bull and BMW, which I'm consulting in Germany. But it's more like a passion. And that's why some of my students are actually here, and I love it. But so the website, how to apply, is socialmediacoach.me. Quite simple. And you can just tell me a little bit about why you want to join and when you want to join. And from time to time, like every couple of months, I take a look at all the applications, and then I contact the people who applied and see if there is a fit. And if there's a fit, they can join.
And what are you looking for in a fit, Alex? Is it because you're trying to create a tight-knit community, people that actually respect each other and not people that are trying to, what Q, the brand who's in the house, says, the me monsters, not the me monsters that are trying to take from people. Is that what you're looking for?
I'm looking for real people. I mean, like with realistic goals, which helping people at first and not trying to gain as much money. I don't like people. I want to make 10,000 per month. That's the goal. I mean, that's, I want to know a little bit about the story, context of the person, right. And to see also if I can help, if they want to open up a store about ice cream somewhere in the USA, probably I'm not big help, right? If they want to market themselves and they have a product, they have an idea, they want to do maybe a second business, they want to do a side hustle, and they want to gain more followers and turn them into profit at some point, I can help them. So it's about like if I really can help, first of all, and second, if there is a fit with the group I have already.
Gotcha. So that kind of tells you guys how to get connected. And I see Eric Neitzel joined us. There's a bunch of you guys. Eduardo's here. Glenda, I see that you're still here. Glenda wants us to know what the masterclass did for your birthday before we do our little wrap up here.
Oh, that was just like the sweetest thing, And every week I have my class for 1 hour or sometimes 2, and they have to do homework. And at that time, last week, the homework was to do a live video stream. And I took a look at it and I gave some feedback about what they did. And at the end of the class, around after 90 minutes, they asked me if I can take a look at one more video, right? And this little video was like, many of them came together and did like a 15-minute video where all of them congratulated me. They put this together in one video, and they told me like what it means to them to be in the class and to have that community and that spirit. And my whole job was to not cry. Right? I was just like this. It's like, oh my gosh, because it was like one after the next one, right? This was like from Mexico to UK to the US. It was like all over the place, and it was like crazy.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, see, that really does, that does tell people that you really connected. And Aaron said you showed us some people at Social Media Marketing World, that's the kind of thing as curators or content creators that really does touch our heart. People that actually are giving back that value, and we're trying to create these communities. That just shows that your heart, Alex, is that you really do care about them, and they obviously care about you. And that's kind of thing I look for as I look for guests on the show. I want people that really care about the community, and then not, I have one, and I won't say who it is, or I'll give random weird specifics, but they wanted to be on the show, and then they're trying to tell us to move other people because they want this day because they have a launch coming up the following week. And I was like, well, I'm not going to move other people for you. If a spot comes up, I'm happy to do that, but I'm not going to move other, like, that's not right. It's about that community. It's about other people. We don't want to disrespect other people just to serve someone else's need. And so anyway, I have really enjoyed, and Nazim is here from Italy. How are you, Nazim? It's so good to see you. That I've really enjoyed being here, and I'm so sorry that we are having to cut this so short and that we were late and stuff, because Alex, I have so many more questions to ask you, and we will definitely have to put you on Vicki Fitch Live when you are coming back into a Pacific time zone, so you don't have to get up at 2 a.m. to
Not even 2 a.m. I mean, if we do it at 7, it's more like 4 a.m.
Well, then that's not so bad. So get your butt up at 4 a.m. then. We don't want to.
It's like really like the middle of the night.
Well, okay, I get up at 4:45, so 4 a.m. would not be a problem. 2 a.m. that's a little different. There's definitely a problem right there with the sleep. But again, Alex, anytime you're in a zone that is going to be U.S. bound or something that would work, I would really love to have you where we can actually talk about some other really cool things, because you have a lot of value to deliver to the community besides just your live streaming tips. I mean, even your presence and the way you deliver, the way you speak and the way you share and the way you connect with people. Even as a German, sometimes people from Europe can be a little more curt, like they can have a little bit
stiff.
Yeah, curt or stiff. Yeah, exactly. And I've found that you tend to try and get past that boundary and embrace what's going on and the people and your laughter, because even a lot of Europeans too will be more stiff even with the laughter, like they don't they'll kind of they won't do a hilarious to make people laugh. But I just have really enjoyed that about you. I've enjoyed meeting you several times. We've seen each other, I don't know, 3 or 4 times at different events, and you've always had a great feel about you and way you connect with people. So we're going to really quick, and don't jump off camera because it will throw these things all crazy off. So hang there. But you guys, we have that right now. I'm on the hunt for he. I'm looking for a new he for the podcast. So I would love for you guys, if you guys are interested, go to hesaidredsaid.com and click the link on the hunt for he. If you think you can go head to head with Red, now Alex didn't really have to because we were really kind of blending some more things in there, but I would love to have somebody who's witty and has an opportunity to throw out some witty banter, and that has a business, that's good in business, that can actually have a conversation that's stimulating for you guys and can take a Fitch lap. So we were looking for that. We also, my next He Said Red Said is with Owen Video. He will be here. He was also at Social Media Marketing World, and he's committed to being spunky and feisty and not being boring. But if you know Owen, that's not him. So he will definitely bring it next week. So definitely be here next week on Monday night. And on Wednesday night, I have Robert Scoble. This just a couple days, 2 days from now, we have Robert Scoble, AR, VR, Superman. And this is going to be an amazing show. You definitely don't want to miss it. He's going to be dropping some knowledge bombs and telling you guys about some futuristic things that are coming. So definitely be here. That's at 6:30 or 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights is Vicki Fitch Live, A Fresh Perspective, AR, VR month. And then Monday nights is 7:30 p.m. Pacific for He Said Red Said. Now I'm going to, Alex, is there any parting words that you want to share with people? Anything else that you want to tell them about you, about your course, about your life, about, again, there's going to be a social media card where they can follow you, but is there anything else that you wanted to share with them before we go?
Well, I would just encourage them, if they haven't started with live video yet, I believe it's the gateway drug to building connections with people. And I believe if you are serious about marketing yourself online, live video is definitely one great step in the right direction. Besides that, just reach out. If I can be of any help, you can tweet me, you can email me, you can visit my website, and there's a contact formula. Apply for the class if you're interested in it. That's about it. And thanks definitely for watching, spending time here on that beautiful Monday evening.
Right? I
And
know.
thanks for you for having me. Yeah.
It was my pleasure to have you. And thank you guys for definitely for tuning in. We're going to put Alex's information up. I want you guys to take a screenshot of this card so you have the opportunity to connect with him. If you haven't watched him live stream, if you haven't seen, what's going on, and those are ones, just so you know, it's one Alex Kahn at Facebook, at Twitter, at Periscope, and then it's Alex Kahn 1 at Snapchat, but one Alex Kahn at Instagram as well. So definitely follow him, screenshot that, and go to alexcon.tv, as well as socialmediacoach.me, Alex?
Yes, socialmediacoach.me, one word.
All right. So definitely, you guys connect with him. Watch his live stream. And I was going to tease him about something because he always says guys. He always goes, hi, guys. Hi, guys. He always says guys. And I was going to totally rib him about it. But seeing as the show's going to be over, I'll rib you on it next time. It's because it's a long story that it was gonna be funny when I was gonna tell it, but you guys, if you haven't,
what is it? I mean, I love when people improve me and try to correct me. Is it like wrong? Should I say like friends or?
Some women, not all, but like I was born in Pennsylvania, moved here to that's a East Coast, came to California, then went in Texas. I can tell you when I moved to Texas and I said, hi, you guys, the women in Texas were like, we ain't guys. It's howdy, y'all. Right. So some women have a problem being called guys. Now, not all women. So, hey, everyone. Hey, con creeps. No, just kidding. I don't know what you call your people. Con club. Hey, everybody. Everybody is different than guys, and girls can actually get away with saying guys more than guys can get away with saying guys sometimes. So it's not bad. And you have such a cute German accent that everybody's going to let you get away with whatever you want. But I always, when I've watched your live streams, hey guys, hi guys. And I always think to myself, I got to tell him that a lot of Texan women don't like to be called guys.
Okay, cool. So I will try to change that to hey everyone or hey friends.
There you go. Hey friends, hey everyone.
Hey my
crew.
loved ones.
There you go. Hello, mi amor. Hello. How do you say my loves in German? Hello.
Meine Lieben.
My Lieben. Hello, my Lieben.
Hallo, meine Lieben. Yes.
Lieben.
Hallo, meine Lieben. Yeah.
There you go. So whatever you can do to connect your audience, but it's not a bad thing. I was going to tease you, but I wasn't ripping on you. It's not like you were saying, hey, doofuses or hey, stupid. It's not like you were calling
that won't help, I guess. Like, hey, you crazy, stupid people.
I don't know. You might
anything better to do than watch me? Come on, get alive.
Right? That's a Howard Stern. You might actually get more followers. You should do an A/B split test and do instead of Alex, we'll call him. What do we call? Like I call my alter ego Nikki. So I have Vicki and Nikki, and so I goof around sometimes and say there's alter ego Nikki. So we'll have to come up with another name for yours, and you could turn your alter ego and go, hey, you idiots, what are you even doing here? Why are you watching me? You'll do the Howard Stern. You know who Howard Stern is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you could do your shock jock version and see if you build your followers that way. I love it. You guys, so many of you been here. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to introduce myself again. For those of you who are on iTunes, Stitcher, that you guys have downloaded this on Blog Talk Radio, wherever you are, we really do appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't seen the episode, if you came in late, you want to definitely check out Alex Kahn. There's lots of great information. He is a rock star in the live streaming industry. But for me, I want to introduce myself. My name is Vicki Fitch. I am a direct sales expert. I've been in the industry 20 years, top 10 sales and recruiting internationally for more than a decade. I've also built and sold 4 companies. I'm an author, a speaker, and an international business consultant, helping you get outside the 5,000 to turn your passion into your profits. And I really appreciate you guys being here. And Alex, you got to put him back on the screen because Alex just got his lighting dialed in, and now he looks like a stud. Right? Now he looks like a stud muffin. And there it is as we're tuning out. So those of you, again, are watching the broadcast, definitely watch the end because Alex just got his lighting right and he looks amazing. And that is the Archon ring light. So if you guys want that, go to archon.com and use that code FitchSlap to definitely take it in. So Alex, again, you are amazing. I really do appreciate you. I will look forward to hopefully having you on the show again. Will you commit? I'm putting you on the spot. Will you commit to being on the show again when you're in the
Yes, for sure.
Thank you. You're a doll. You guys, thank you for being here. I will reply to the comments. If you guys need anything, again, I'll also put in the show notes and the SEO stuff for YouTube and everything. You'll have links to get to reach Alex, but definitely do yourself a favor and connect with him. He's amazing. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I do live stream every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and I look forward to seeing you. And I want to remind you, like I always do, to dream it, believe it, and achieve it. Ciao.